Hi, I'm Mike Shirkey. Michigan flattened the virus curve many months ago, but many family-owned businesses are still prohibited from opening due to executive orders from Governor Whitmer. A good friend of mine, Jan Witte of Brooklyn, Michigan, owns and operates Jan's Dance Connection and has been shut down for the last 5.5 months. She's been kind enough to join us today to tell her story and the effect and the impact of this 5.5 months of extended lockdown, and how it affects her family, her friends, her business, her investment, her financial situation, and most importantly, her teachers and her students. Join me now as we talk with Jan Witte about the effect of these executive orders on her dance business.
Well, I started teaching dance when I was in junior high. So I've been teaching dance for over 42 years. So don't do the math.
Okay.
I've been fortunate to have studios in Dearborn Heights, Canton, and now in Brooklyn. Business was closed in March when the pandemic hit our state. And under executive orders, we shut down just like every other business to keep our staff safe and our community and our students safe. And at that time, we were doing some Zoom dance classes for the students, hoping it would be a short time till we were able to return. But when it became apparent that this was going to go on for a long time, we were not able to continue the Zoom classes. There's a lot of restrictions with Zoom classes when it comes to dance studios. So we basically have been shut down for the past 5 months. So without the ability to open up our studios legally, in line with executive orders that are in place, we cannot open our doors to our community. And when you asked how this affects our family, our staff, our students, financially, it's devastating on a small business owner that cannot open their studio or their business for 5 months. We're definitely dipping into personal savings just to keep things afloat. Our staff is not being employed, so they are having to go to unemployment or just go without payments.
So what kind of precautions have you prepared now so that you know and you can tell those parents of your students that it's perfectly safe for them to come back and then re-engage in something that they not only love, but in many cases it's very important to their personality development. So what kind of precautions have you taken?
And so we sat down with our teachers and our staff and came up with prevention measures as far as all students and parents and teachers having to be tested for their temperatures. They came into the dance studio, asking them questions if they've been around anybody that has had COVID. We have sanitizing stations at the studio. Our floors are going to be squared off in 6-foot sections.
But under non-normal times like this, you'll be restricting it to a much lower number, right?
We would, because fortunately we can still have enough students in the dance room with the squared off sections. So we wouldn't have to necessarily decrease our class size, but we would just ask that unnecessary people are not in the building, that kids are not just hanging out there.
What do you know about dance studios throughout the nation and what their status is as of now?
Well, I know other states, some states have opened their dance studios, and we've had Zoom meetings with those dance teachers who have shared some of their safety practices with us. I'm currently up in northern Michigan right now, and dance studios and gymnastics facilities are allowed to open in gyms. They have all done it safely, and there has been no COVID cases in northern Michigan as a result of gyms, gymnastic clinics, or dance studios. But lower state Michigan, we're not allowed to open yet. These are small businesses that are primarily run by females, some guys, but mostly females. So we're just very passionate about dance and letting everybody in the state open their doors to the children.
How does it affect their self-esteem and how does it affect their health when they've been engaged with it for a long time and then all of a sudden they're going to be unplugged? What kind of feedback have you gotten from some of your parents and students?
Well, it is really hard because not only is there the physical activity of dance, keeping them in shape, muscle tone, flexibility, health, cardio of dance, which is so important. It is an art form that they're learning and they're growing on. It's been 5 months since they've been able to dance full out. So it's going to take some time to get them back up to where they were when they left. But it is a socialization. We have so many children that start dancing when they're 3 or 4 years old, and they dance all the way through their senior year in high school.
What is it you think is the reason why you've been restricted, continue to be restricted?
Well, I do get that we are trying to get rid of this horrific disease in our state and in our country. And I do applaud the governor on her executive orders to shut things down when things were exploding and cases were going up. And I also understand the idea of opening up slowly. But dance studios in Lower Michigan and the gymnastics businesses and gymnasiums, they have not been given the opportunity to open. So we would just like that opportunity to show the governor, to show our community that we can safely open, just like all the businesses have been allowed to do.
You know, this is not a partisan issue. In fact, you and I joke about it routinely, that you are my favorite Democrat, and I insist, and what am I?
You are my favorite Republican.
Okay, good.
Although I married a Republican too, so I'll have two favorite
Republicans. Well, you get some things right, you know. Seriously though, you know, we all were in lockstep at the beginning of this when this insidious virus hit our shores. But after a fashion, we started to learn that in Michigan and across the state, the nation, and the world, people were learning to transition from being in fear to learning to live with and accommodate it. Nobody is suggesting, including me, that this isn't a serious virus and we shouldn't take it serious. But I don't think business owners like you would do anything that would put their customers and their families at risk. And it's got to be frustrating to you to not have the ability to be able to do that. If you had the opportunity to deliver a message to our governor, why don't you take this time right now? Because I strongly suspect she'll probably view this interview, once we post it. So go ahead and give us a message to our governor.
But I would like the opportunity for her to allow us to teach dance again, just as children are going back to school. It's not about being bullied. It's being able to open your doors legally. We are legal citizens of our community, and I don't want to have to hide and close the shades and teach dance to children. That's not why we're in this business. So I would just plead with her. I would love to talk with her and tell her about other dance teachers that I'm good friends with that are in the same position I'm in. They are so devastated. They are losing money. They want to come back to dance. They don't know how their businesses are going to go forward.
I wish you luck, Jan. We will do our best to get the message out. This isn't about bullying. This is about, giving people a chance to prove that they know how to do it safely and they take it very, very seriously, just like I know you do. You're welcome, Jan. We're pulling for you. Stay in touch.
Okay.
God bless you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.